Quick Pokemon Go update. Well, a couple of Pokemon Go updates, including Community Day stuff, events for the future, and a brand new Pokédex update, which gives us a look at some unreleased shiny Pokemon, some of which I don't think I've ever seen, so this is kind of cool. For starters, the easy news out of the way really quickly. Fuecoco has been announced as the next Pokemon Go Community Day Pokemon. I guess less exciting because it's a starter, but it's a new shiny, and it's a shiny starter, which is fun. This is happening on Saturday, March 8th. Obviously, Fuecoco will be spawning more in the wild, and you can evolve it to a Skeledirge with the attack Blast Burn. Also, Skeledirge can learn the charge attack Torch Song starting at this event and afterwards, so that's cool too. And the bonuses are great as always. We've got 3 times Catch Stardust, 2 times Catch Candy, 2 times XL Candy. Lure modules will last for 3 hours. The incense will be 3 hours. There will be snapshot encounters. You get 1 extra special trade during the day for a max of 2, and you get 50% less Stardust, which is great. And kind of a new thing that's happening in Pokemon Go, special backgrounds. Now, we had these during December's Community Day, and it was really, really fun, and I really liked this event, and it made hunting Community Day shiny Pokemon, which is, I wouldn't say boring now, but definitely not as exciting as it was in the past now. Well, it makes it even more fun because now you're not only hunting for shiny Community Day Pokemon, we talked about this, the evolution of rarity in a past Pokemon Go video, but you're now looking for shiny catch card background Pokemon on Community Day, which is just funny that like these rarity layers keep stacking. But on screen as an example, it's a shiny Routes with the Calm Day background. I'm sure many of you have already seen this or maybe caught these for yourself. To be honest with you, I haven't played many of the Community Days recently. I didn't play last month's, but there's a new reason to get out there and hunt, and it's these catch card background shinies, which is very, very cool. So Fuecoco will have that. And there's a special research that you get on Community Day. Fuecoco, you get like Fuecoco encounters. Each and every one of those special research encounters gives you a guaranteed catch card Fuecoco. So make sure you get that done so that you can get your catch cards and maybe get your shiny catch card. So that's what's going on with Calm Day, and then there's the, the different bundles that you can purchase and all that stuff. So there's that. Another thing with Pokemon Go and some upcoming events, they gave us a save the date for kind of a lot of events. For starters, we have all of March and April and May's Community Day dates. Say that 5 times fast. So this is just for your reference, so you can put this in your calendars. Saturday, March 8th, Saturday, March 22nd will be Calm Day Classic. Sunday, April 27th, Sunday, May 11th, and Saturday, May 24th will be a Calm Day Classic. So we've got those dates. And then we've got weekend events. I think this is happening every single weekend. There's a weekend event in Pokemon Go for the next 3 months. If you play Pokemon Go a lot, you probably know that the game maybe feels a little bit stale right now. I definitely know a lot of my friends aren't really playing anymore. I'm not really playing anymore. I'm playing as much as I can, but it definitely is in kind of a weird, boring place, and it feels like we're all waiting for the Unova Tour and then hoping that there's gonna be more exciting content coming out between now and Go Fest this summer. Well, it looks like we have a lot of very expensive in-game events coming to Pokemon Go on a weekly basis. Now, I'm gonna give some pros and cons to this because I think this is both positive and negative. So, for example, here's the schedule. Saturday and Sunday, March 8th through 9th, we have Max Battle Weekend. Very cool. Sunday, March 16th, we have the Catch Mastery event. Sunday, March 23rd, a Raid Day event. Saturday, March 29th, a Research Day. Saturday, April 5th, a Raid Day. And then Sunday, April 6th, a Hatch Day. April 13th, a Raid Day. April 19th, a Max Battle Day. May 3rd, Raid Day. May 17th, Shadow Raid Day. And May 25th, Max Battle Day. And the battle days might as well be called raid days because unless you're only down to do 4 max battles, you're probably gonna spend money on the max particle potions so you can do more max raids. So as you can notice, there's a theme here, the theme being money.
Hello, I like money.
With the exception, obviously, there's a Catch Mastery event, there's a Research Day event mixed in there, and then technically speaking, the Max Battle Days can be done for free, and a lot of these raid days that we do, you do end up getting between 5 and 10 free raid passes on the raid day just by going around and spinning gyms. So there's a free aspect to it, sure, right, I get it. But it just seems like Pokemon Go is really slow right now, and it doesn't seem like many people are talking about it or playing it. It definitely feels like the little itsy bitsy amount of hype that Pokemon Go had coming out of 2024 has completely petered out going into 2025. I mean, their revenue is probably slacking very hard, so they were probably like, well, what's a great way to bring excitement up and bring revenue up as high as we can. It's having a paid event a premium event every weekend for 3 months. So, you know, whatever. Listen, pros and cons, I'm excited that we have more events to look forward to this month, and there's gonna be raid days and hatch days and just kind of like optional exciting things to do on the weekend. I think the cons of that is the fact that these are all premium events, right? So like, you know, they're all kind of paid events. You know, the raid days and hatch days are like, sure, there's like some free stuff you could do, but like, we know what a raid day and a hatch day is. It's year 9, right? So just kind of like paywalls, and then also like every weekend, it just like maybe oversaturates a little. I don't know. I definitely feel a weird way about it. Definitely, I think just because it's like every week we have like a paid event going on, and we all know how we feel about that. But what I will say though is that if they can introduce like new exciting shinies and fun like hatches and fun raids and maybe like unlimited remote raids on these weekend events, it definitely will make them more fun and more playable. You know, who knows, right? They might be terrible and like kind of a waste, or they might be really, really cool. We'll have to see, but just know that the future of Pokemon Go is looking very paid. And then speaking of the future of Pokemon Go, one more very exciting thing in my opinion. If you haven't already seen it, the Pokédex has gotten an update in Pokemon Go. And I did wanna look at it in game and check this out for the first, finally I got the update. But as you can see, there's a whole new Pokédex, and it's honestly great. It's fantastic. It's a little like, you gotta know what you're doing here, kinda, but this is definitely the best Pokédex update that they've ever done. As you can see in the top right, Pokédex caught 265. That can't be right. Truthfully, I don't know what that number means. Well, it's very cool. Okay, so let's kind of go through it. In the bottom left, there's a search item. So catch status caught. Oh, does this mean that like I've caught it in the wild before? We've got seen Pokemon, so Pokemon that I don't have in the Pokédex yet, so you can search that. There's a bunch of other, it's kind of like glitchy, a bunch of other searches that you could do. You could do legendary, mythical, fire, rock, fairy. So if we search mythical in the Pokédex, it shows you the Pokédex version of which mythical Pokemon that you have, which is kind of crazy to look at it this way and realize how little mythicals there are in Pokemon Go. Like, this isn't really a lot at all. And all the ones these are super rare Pokemon. This is kind of cool. I like this. And then obviously looking at the decks, you know, if we click on Kanto, it shows us our Kanto Pokédex. And then, I mean, you could scroll into Johto, but it's really cool. Check it out. As you can see at the top, we've got Kanto 151 shiny. We have 151 shinies, so we completed the shiny Kanto Dex. Lucky, we're at 76, so we're working on our Lucky Dex. XXL 64, XXS 48, and 100% IV, we've got 49. We have 49 100% IV Pokemon from Kanto. That's really, really cool that they added 100% IV Pokemon in this. I think that's so sick, just because IVs were such a hidden thing in Pokemon Go in the beginning of the game, so it's so cool how transparent they're being with IVs right now. I love this update, this is great. And it's kind of crazy to see that we have 49 out of 151 hundos. That's insane. Clicking on Johto, we have 96 out of 100 shinies. And we'll look at the shiny decks, don't worry. Only 38 luckies. Hoenn, we have the platinum, so we've caught everything there. We have 122 shinies out of 135, 56 hundos, wow. Sinnoh, 104 out of 107. We have a couple of Pokemon that we just haven't quite got yet, which I think is interesting. What is it? These 3? Do we know what these 3 are? Or maybe it's Pokemon that I haven't evolved to. I'm assuming it's just showing you Pokemon that you have in your decks, right? Maybe not. Well, then as you can see, there's a bunch of other Pokedexes there. Maybe we do a video in the future where I reveal my Pokedex. We actually go through this and like really go through it and look at what we have. But just a quick overview, you can look at your shinies, which is very cool, which shows you kind of an overview of how many shinies you've caught, your luckies, your XXL. It is just funny that they really keep pushing this XXL, XXS thing. Just like, okay. G-Max Pokedex, you got your Mega Dex, your Shadow Dex, Purified Dex, 100% IV Dex, and that's the new Pokedex, and it's like super duper, it's laid out super duper nicely. I really, really like this, and how simple and easy it is, and like how it's just really broken down, which is great. You can sort by regions in the bottom right. Very, very cool. And as part of this Pokedex, when it was first released, we got a look at some brand new shiny Pokemon. It was basically a glitch, and this has happened before, with the last time we got a Pokedex update, where basically you can see all the Pokemon in the entire game in the shiny version. But now, you know, if I click shiny and I go to Sinnoh, I cannot see the shiny versions of Pokemon that that aren't released yet, rather. Sorry. So if we go to like an unreleased shiny, like 932, like we can't click on these unreleased shinies. Wait, this is cool. Do you see that? Wait, check it out. Recently registered. Shiny Cleffa. Well, there was a glitch that allowed us to see some unreleased shinies in Pokemon Go, and we're gonna show those right now, which is kind of cool to see. Starting off with the Naganadel, which looks fantastic. As you can see with the screenshot, there's the normal Naganadel, and you were able to click on the shiny version and look at what it looks like. Again, that's just been patched, I think, so you can't do this anymore, but shiny Naganadel in Pokemon Go. Next up is shiny Comfey. So sick, which, is that Unova? No. That's way deep in there. That's in the 700s. That's like what? It's a Alola region. Okay, we're not gonna see shiny Comfey for a while, right? I feel so lost right now in Pokemon Go, honestly, but the shiny looks beautiful. Then we've got shiny Cosmo, which looks fantastic. It's like this golden shiny, so cool with like that kind of like pinky purple in there. Very, very nice. Shiny Carbink. Also, these are really good shinies, man. I can't wait for these to come out. Then of course we've got Salazzle, and Salazzle, this is gonna be one of the hardest to get shinies in Pokemon Go when it comes out. It's a 12-kilometer egg exclusive. To be able to evolve and get that female Salazzle, it's like, what is it, like a 12% chance or like a 1%? It's very hard. This is gonna be a super rare shiny, so it's cool to see it. Then we've got Wugtrio shiny, which is great. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the Pokemon card world recently, so this is super cool to see because there's a set called Shiny Treasure EX or Paldean Fates that has shiny Wugtrio as a card in it, and that was my first time seeing the shiny, so that's really cool. And speaking of shinies and speaking of shiny Wugtrio and all these new shinies, which are very cool, Shiny Luck. We are selling everything in an auction on this platform called Whatnot, which we use to sell Pokemon cards on for my Pokemon card company. We sell there every day. I've been streaming every day there. It's very fun. But basically Whatnot is just like a live auction platform. Think like Twitch plus eBay. We have a little bit of Shiny Luck left. Some hoodies, some t-shirts, some pins. And we're taking all of the remaining inventory we have of the Shiny Luck merch and we are dollar auctioning all of it live on Whatnot next week on Thursday. I'm gonna leave the link to the Whatnot, my Whatnot, the Mystic Rips Whatnot, in the description below. Click that link, sign up. Using my sign up link, you get yourself $15 in free credit, just free money to spend on whatever you want, whether it's Pokemon cards with Mystic Rips or the Shiny Luck merch for Mystic Rips. But either way, Shiny Luck merch, this is again, last month to get it. We're auctioning all of it off next week on Thursday. Use the Whatnot link down in the description below so that you guys can bookmark that stream, join in, and grab yourself some probably super discounted Shiny Luck merch. This is the last time we're ever gonna sell these specific designs. We'll bring back Shiny Luck later in the year, but for now, this is it. So join the stream, see you in there, get your Shiny Luck down in the description. Let's look at more shinies. We got Wugtrio, we've got Grafaiai, which just came out in Pokemon, literally was just released, and we have the shiny of it here, which looks so cool. Also shiny Stonejourner, doesn't look too different, but very cool. Then we've got Frigibax. Ooh, dude, shiny Frigibax, bro. I mean, that's gonna be the shiny Noibat, shiny Axew, Dratini. This is like gonna be the Gibble. This is like the dragon shiny of its generation. So that will be cool one day. Very cool to see it early. Now we've got Hawlucha, which is a crazy rare shiny or crazy rare Pokemon, only spawns in Mexico and then some parts of Texas. And that's a shiny version of it. It's a regional shiny, very hard to get, very cool to see. And here's some big daddies, some really sick ones. We've got Lunala. Bro, look how cool this looks. The shiny Lunala with that like purple, magenta, red vibe, so sick. Looks like strawberry jam Lunala, looks crazy. And then what I think is the coolest shiny is shiny Solgaleo. I do not know when we're gonna get this Pokemon, but I hope it's soon because look how freaking sick that looks, bro. That's that like deep red plus like the Cosmo face and like the gold going on. Looks crazy. And this is a Regirock with a handbag. But I've got an even better video for you. I checked out some of the most expensive Pokemon sales in Pokemon Go history. Yes, people sell Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I'll leave that video linked down in the description below for you. Check that out, or it's on screen right now. Very fun video. I'll see you in there.